All right, guys. This video is for my new gun owners, with the AR platform being the most popular in America. I'm making this video for my new AR owners. This is about the B.A.D Lever, B.A.D, from Magpul, the battery assist device. It has other names, but it's this little lever right here. I'm going to show you what that does functionally, starting this series off right. So let me get it situated right here. So what it basically does is, with your firing hand, you can lock the bolt back without having to reach over with your other hand or move your grip hand from the front hand guard or wherever you have it, the mag wheel, wherever. So you can see it's locked back, and what it helps me do with just me dropping my lever, flicking my finger down, I can just drop the battery, or the bolt and battery, sorry. So instead of having to slap it like that, I would just flick my finger down. Now it does enhance the slapping capability with a bigger lever, but I'm putting a piece of cardboard in this video to actually stabilize it just a little bit more. So as I do this, I'm going to tell you what it functionally does help with. So what it does, it helps you, instead of having to move your grip and rotate the weapon so that you can slap, or having to get a bigger paddle, so to speak, so that you can put the put the weapon in battery. So what that does is, when you're reloading, right, and I'll do a demonstration of this. When you're reloading, it makes you reload a little bit faster, because instead of even with emergency reloads, instead of having to drop the bolt, instead of having to lock it and use your other hand to hold it, so really it being a two-hand maneuver, you can really make it a one. So basically you pull the bolt back, or the bolt will already be locked back, put the magazine in, slide your finger down on that lever, and then boom, you'll have a round in the chamber ready to go. Take it off fire, or take it off safe, put it on fire, and then you'll be good, ready to go again. So basically what I'm doing with this is, I'm putting a little piece of cardboard in there, just a small piece of cardboard, so that it'll just not wobble as much. It still wobbles a little bit, and I think that's because of the pin that I put in there. I want a pin that threads in, but I don't want to pay all that money, so I'm putting a little thread locker on there, just a little bit of blue Loctite on the bolt. And blue is not permanent, red is permanent. Blue is removable. Green and red are really not that removable. They're really hard to come off. But I usually don't put that much, if I use anyways. But I digress. So you can see I'm putting it on there. So I'm drop the bolt. So I'm gonna sandwich it in between that empty space right there, because all of these levers are made to spec, but not all bolt catches are made to spec. So I guess the one that I have is slightly out of spec, which there's nothing I can really do about that. I could buy another one, but why, when I could use a piece of cardboard that I have laying around from who knows what I use, from maybe a package or something. And I just used it, put it in there, and it worked fine. It tightened it up real good. Now this is a weird hex pattern, and I didn't have any one of these on my screw kit, so I did have to use and keep the original uh, hex wrench that came with it. But there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, so I'm putting it on. It's really a three-handed operation. I only got two, unfortunately. But so you can see I'm putting it on, and I can see it's already getting some stability, losing a little bit of that wobble already. But functionally, it was working fine before. It was just waddling a little bit in the trigger guard, and I didn't really like that. It was making me a little bit nervous. But when you are using this, you do want to swipe down and not push down, because pushing down could put your finger on the trigger, possibly, and that makes an unsafe situation. So you don't want to do that. Again, train with your gear, train how you fight. So if you're gonna plan on using this, which I hope you plan on using it, if you're putting it on your weapon, you want to train with it without ammo and with ammo. Always be safe, and always dry fire, dry practice if you can. Nothing wrong with dry firing, as long as your weapon can take it. And I know they are. These things are built like tanks, so as long as you're not doing anything stupid with it, you can always dry fire with your weapons, especially ARs. There's a reason why they're so popular and so reliable. AR is really America's rifle. That's really what AR stands for. Don't tell Arma like that. But anyway, so you can see I got it installed. Now it is, make sure it's snug fit. You don't want to over torque this or anything like that. They are small threads. You don't want to, over tighten them or anything like that. And this isn't an install video or anything like that. This is just me slightly, making it tighter, getting rid of the wobble in the B.A.D lever. And I did learn this from a viewer on YouTube. So yeah, as you can see, it is up to fit. It's still wobbling a little bit, but it's waddling with my bolt catch, and it was waddling away from my bolt catch in addition to the wobble I already have from my bolt catch. So, you know, I liked how it turned out, and I like a little play in it anyways. That's just how I like mine's, because I'm used to it now. I guess I wouldn't know if I got one that didn't have a wobble in it. What would I do with it, right? So, as you can see, it's nice and let's look at that. The do look pretty. The do look pretty. I have changed that grip since I made this video, but it is looking dead sexy, as I can quote Tactical Toolbox. It is looking nice. But like, comment, subscribe if you like